Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Hello there, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? If you're swimming in the crypto happy hour stream, you're swimming in a sea of green here on St. Patrick's Day. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate that. Let's have a look at the charts. Pardon me. Let's move on. There's Filecoin launching off like a rocket ship thanks to the FOMC J Powell, who launched us all, Bitcoin and crypto, into the green today. So let's find that Bitcoin. Bitcoin all the way up to, we're up 2.75%. Currently trading at 58,490.91. Made it up to the resistance level. Oh, look, there's a dot right there. Wait, where is it? There. Right. Okay. Anyway. Made it all the way up to 58,981 for the resistance, and looking down at the, we're way dialed in here. Let's zoom out here for you. Way better. There we go. Support at 58,270.39 US doll hairs. And one thing I'll show you real quick, I did put this Fibonacci on this 1 hour time frame. I wanted to track these two pivots here, the 54K and the 57K, because I anticipated once this thing took off, we got the 12, the 26 here on the 1 hour, trying to get some kind of idea as to how far we're going to go. You saw we blew right through there, so pretty much the technicals went out the window. Ran up on folks having fresh stimmy checks to put into Bitcoin, and FOMC made it happen for us. So thank you, Jay Powell. We appreciate you, sir. So we do have support down at the 58,270.39. That is shown here on the 1 hour time frame. 1226 cross. Made it all the way through. So we got up above the 100-day moving average. RSI is almost into the overbought. So keep that in mind. We may need to come back down into the cautionary zone as we zoom out to the 4 hour. You can see that more clearly. May need to come back down here and consolidate before continuation. So that's BTC USD. And let's have a look at DOT, Polkadot, DOT USD. How are we doing out there? Say hello in the chat. Don't be too shy to say hi. Just type your name, say hello. I see you out there. Appreciate you stopping by. I really do. Thank you. So DOT USD, we got this support and resistance off the 1 hour. So let's zoom in here and show you what we're looking at here. So as you can see here on the chart, the 12 and the 26 cross to the derogatory for upside potential, but 1226 about to recross again, and all that Bitcoin momentum pulled all the alts up to the upside, which were very generous for Bitcoin, and thank you for that. Looking up at the 36.426 resistance, and let's find that. We're going to have to be real careful here to grab that right on that 50. There we go. Support down there at the 35.39. Volume did increase above average, but it's starting to fall off just a little bit. So watch the volume and the RSI momentum indicator as we move on to look at VTHO. VTHO. Stick with me. We have a lot of names. We have a lot of names that actually went double digits today. So we'll have a look at those and talk a little bit about that. So once again, thank you for stopping in here. We're still in the 1 hour. zoomed in to see the 12 to 2600 day moving average start to emerge into upside potential configuration. So we have the 0.0106 support and the 0.0115 resistance for VTHO USD. Keep an eye on that because of VeChain and its popularity starting to grow. So we'll explain that later into a deep dive on the weekend portion of the show. Let's move on to BNB USD. That would be the Binance coin. BNB, we're on the 1 hour still, made it all the way up. Did we set a new all-time high? No, we did not. Got up to the 267.311, found resistance there. And then if we move, we'll have to dial in a little bit further here to the 30-minute. And you can see the support levels holding up as the 12-day moving average comes up. We have the 12 to 2600 day starting to emerge on the 30-minute. So support is looking at the 262.381 for BNB USD. Pull out to the 4 hour really quickly so you can see what the big picture looks like there. As we made it all the way into the, didn't get past the cautionary zone, we call it. Came back down to retest support, walking our way back up to the top. So we'll reset this one for you in the morning at 6:45 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Daylight Savings Time now. So that is UTC -5 if you're one of our friends across the pond. There we go. Let's move into IOTA, Internet of Things. Wherefore art thou, IOTA? Yeah, we're getting too many things here to do. Gonna have to keep them in order, someone might say. IOTA USD. Still don't see it. Maybe we delete it, so we'll do it this way. IOTA USD. And we'll check the one on Binance. There we are. IOTA USD. So let's look at the 1 hour for some clarity there. Kind of sideways action. IOTA did not get the Powell pump as most of the alts kind of trailed along with BTC USD. So we do have 1.3320 for support. And coming up to re-challenge this 1.3606 for resistance. Underneath the 12-day here on the 1 hour. And we have the 2600. We're starting to emerge. Almost going to get that upside potential configuration for the, we switch over here to the 4 hour. Riding along this 100-day moving average, giving us support, lifting us up to where we want to go if you are bullish biased like myself. And I will mention, if you are able to short, if you're out there, some of the folks overseas can do that. You can actually, when we get into the red zone, you can use this as your sell target, come back down, and then this would be your cautionary zone, and then buy it back down here. Okay, let's look on to Cardano ADA. Having a great day. I'm killing the rhymes, folks. Killing the rhymes. 10.49%. We're up for ADA today. Out here on the 4 hour time frame. Didn't have time to, let's zoom into the 1 hour to redraw this because we just blew all the way through the sales targets. So we're up here at, yes, we did hit an all-time high with ADA Cardano. So that's going to be your resistance level at the moment at 1.4396, or I should say 996. And we're going to zoom in a little bit further here to see if we can find, yep, we had this indecision candle, but the bulls managed to just keep on trucking with Cardano. So there's your support level at the 1.335. And if you've been a subscriber to this channel, you'll know that when we are in blue sky breakout, how do we approach that? We look for the pullbacks, because the resistance level, if you get beyond the all-time high, there doesn't exist. So what you're looking for, the pullbacks to scale into, very small increments, if you can manage that, to resist the FOMO, and look for us to reset as we're extremely overbought in the RSI here, as you can see, into the overbought zone. Volume dried way up. So looking for that one to pull back, and that's going to give us some opportunity to get back into ADA USD. And I will mention that Cardano was listed today on CoinBase Pro. So if you have access to CoinBase Pro, that one was listed today. So that's probably why we're seeing some increase in volume and trading, heavily traded early on, as folks like us, I should say. Well, I have Binance and all the other ones, but anywho, folks are getting exposure to purchase ADA Cardano, so that's giving us the volume and the interest, and they're freshly loaded with stimulus checks to YOLO it on crypto. And I'll use the disclaimer right now, as you can see in the chat. If you're here live, please do not take advice from anybody on YouTube or Twitter or any kind of social media. Financial advice should be solely yours to own. Do your own research, as you see in the chat, and also, if you can afford it, hire somebody to manage your doll hairs for you. Way better idea than YOLOing your stimulus check in crypto. Okay, lecture over. Let's move on to LINK USD Chainlink. Double digits on Chainlink. We'll go out to the 4-hour. Blue all the way in one big massive candle into the, from almost the buy to the sell target. So got through that, found resistance up there at the 31.252, and looking for support to hold up. And I got that from the 1 hour, so I'll zoom in for you there. There we are, 30.338 support. The 12, the 20, 100-day moving average are all orientated for upside potential, but the RSI, the momentum indicator, does show that we're right up here into the overbought, so we may need to come down, find some consolidation, work things out for upside potential. So keeping an eye on LINK USD. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum taken over most of the news, but been slow to the party. So we're right here on the 1 hour. Let's go out to the 4 hour real quick. Give you the big picture. As you can see, where we came all the way up to our sell target, came down, retested our cautionary zone, fell through that, all the way down below the buy zone, managed to hit the buy target there, and made it up to the cautionary zone, starting to do the consolidation. That's what we expect. And then we'll go to the 1 hour, get you your support and resistance as we try to move through there. Support is holding. We have a 1-2 double bottom there on the wicks of these two candles. Here on the 1 hour at the 1813.20, and then resistance up here at the 1841.77. Right on this, trying to get through that 100-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. So let's move on to XLM. Stellar. How are we doing out there? You hanging with me? Appreciate you joining me. It is St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to try to get through here so you guys can go out and have a good time and then spend all your crypto winnings and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So we do have support at the 0.398644, resistance at the 0.40. So tight range here. And we've been bouncing around with XLM Stellar. So Stellar has not been one of the major movers. And as you can see, dwindling volume. RSI starting to head up into the overbought. Keep that in mind. For me personally, I'm going to trim right here. I always keep some stellar. Always keep a lot of these ones, actually all of these in the list that I go over. Full disclosure, I do hold all of them in a whole different account, so I don't trade those. But the ones that I do trade, basically what I do, my strategy is buy it down here, sell 90% up here, put 10 into the hodl or hodl, depending on how you want to pronounce that. There you go. Strategy revealed. So once you manage to get yourself a Lambo and 2 new houses, buy me a house someday. That's all I want. Let's move on to NU. Where are we? NU up 3.27. You see we come up here, rejected. Yep, that's a good point there. 0.610 USD. Need to get you a new. We're still in the 1 hour, so sometimes we have to zoom into that to find our support. So we're starting to drop down. So watch for, let's first watch for this 12-day moving average on the 1 hour here to bounce off of there. You can see, been hanging in there. We did overshoot in some cases, but volume is drying up. RSI did get to the overbought at one point, so look at that. Consider that. Looks like we're going to come down and retest this 12-day moving average and the previous price action that we have. Basically right here on this candle, we have some decent volume there, so we can contribute that to our consideration for 0.50854. I'm talking way too much, so I'm going to have to shorten this up. I understand. 0.6100 resistance for NU USD. NMR is up next. Well, let's try to find that for NMR up 6.48% as we're streaming this live, folks, without no parachutes. So there we go. How you doing out there? 47 voice cracks. 47.269. Nothing to get too excited about with NMR. Resistance up there, as you see here, right on the top of our sell target at the 49.777. So you could just think of this as like the $50 mark is the psychological number that NMR is trying to get above. The 12, the 26, and 100-day. We're still in the 1 hour because we can zoom out to the 4 hour time frame. Doesn't give us a lot of intricate information. And as you know, we don't want to get too tight because we're talking mostly here about swing trading. RSI is doing okay, bounced around the overbought, but didn't get into that zone. Volume is increasing as we've lost our ability to speak. Let's go on to LTC USD. Won't hold you up much longer. Stick with me, folks. Appreciate it. Litecoin. Litecoin's been a sleeper here. We had 2 attempts here at the 207.04. Rejected there. And we'll switch into the 1 hour real quick and find that support level as we march our way upward. There we go. Slightly indecision candle here. We did get the 12.26 cross, but the 100-day is lurking above us, so that's going to be a little difficult to get through. So watch for that. So right now we have support at 203.78, resistance at 207.04. We're going to move on to COMP, C-O-M-P, USD. And just below Litecoin on the list. Last place I thought I'd look. So I got it marked previously here. Holding up here at the 435.48890. And Resistance at 439. So bouncing around here, did manage to get above the 100-day moving average. Still on the 1 hour time frame. The 12 and 26 did cross, so that gives us a little momentum to the upside. RSI is trending upwards. So just make sure you're watching that RSI level. We don't get overbought. And I'll go to the 4 hour because we're just getting out of the buy zone, so we have some work to do and room to grow, actually, to get all the way up here to the 100-day moving average and this caution zone here. Let's move on to BAT, Basic Attention Coin, been killing it. Crazy gains here on Basic Attention Coin, up 19.49%. Actually was up before I started this stream a lot more than that, but we kind of fell off a little bit. You see I have marked up here, I think I can do it on the daily here. There we go. There's your all-time high up there at the 1.45, which was set on March 17th. Today is the 17th, as you can see. So go into the 4 hour candles. Right in here, just blew all the way through from the buy to sell. So I did make this trade today and sold right up. I didn't make the, of course, you can never ever try to expect to hit the top. But I did manage to ride this bad boy down. I think I sold around the 1.25. 90% of that trade. Put the 10 in the hodl. And let the rest ride for free. So we do have support here at 1.179. Resistance at the 1.36923, and we can actually, let's go ahead and massage that a little bit because you're going to get some resistance right there at the apex of this Fibonacci at the 1.298. That is for Basic Attention Coin. Let's have a look at GRT USD. GRT USD. A laggard, didn't make the climb up with the rest of the folks. Kind of sitting there very sleepy at the moment. We do have, I think I did get the support and resistance off of the 1 hour. You see this small candle here, we got support at the 1.676. Lots of support just below there if you want to put a stop there. Climbing into the buy target. But we're encountering a lot of resistance here on the 100-day moving average, and we're on the 1 hour time frame. Keep that in mind. And resistance level at previous price action at 1.733. Right up here. There we go. Gonna move on to VeChain, another one that just murdered it today, thanks to Mr. Powell, I think. This all seemed to move with the FOMC announcement and the SPY S&P 500. And, of course, Bitcoin led the way. Here we are. Found that VeChain. And it wasn't VeChain. Sorry about that. Erase everything I said. But we did get some gaps up through here, which is a great indicator of upside potential. Let's zoom out to 4 hour time frame. There we go. Makes a lot more sense. So we do have two of these wicks here sitting right on top of that 12-day moving average. We have the 12, the 26, the 100-day in the orientation that we like for upside momentum. RSI in good shape, but volume is pretty light here for VeChain. But we do have support at the 0.048 and the resistance at 0.0770 for VeChain USD. Now here's one I know that was moving. ZIL, ZIL USD, double-digit gains today. 24.79%. Got up here to an all-time high. That all-time high was 0.21110 for ZIL. And so we have our resistance. We'll have to go to the 1 hour to have a look at that. Into the sales target. So if you're in this trade, We got right through there, blew all the way through the cautionary zone, got into the sales target, and found our resistance level that we are dealing with now in this previous candle here. And we have the bodies of these two candles. That's kind of why I like to use the bodies of the candles, as you can see. Usually these wicks are just overshots or overcompensation. So we have resistance at the 0.1944, and we have support on this indecision doji down at the 0.1820 for ZIL USD. Let's have a look at the Doge. I can already tell you what's going on with Doge before I even look at it. Probably going to be sideways. No big news on Doge. Big wicks, as we always see. The trading algorithms or the high frequency trading is just going to town on this thing. And it runs straight off of Twitter. So if you see news on Twitter, it's going to buy it all the way up. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, as folks start to spend their money on Doge. So it's very, very heavily traded. And as you can see, we're still struggling up here to get above that 0.625 was the high of the day. But managing to, we're kind of climbing our way up into this cautionary zone here. So let's get you the support and resistance. We're on the 4 hour. We'll zoom into the 1 hour, and I'll shut the hell up. There we go. Thank you. Support at the 0.057348. More decimals. And then resistance. Not hating on Doge, but it takes a lot to move this thing around. So resistance at the 0.059111 for the Doge USD. Let's look at some of the decentralized finance tokens, aka DeFi. UNI up 4.51%. Did we get up to? Nope, we didn't make the all-time high. And sorry about that. We're on the 1 hour support all the way down here on this indecision. So we couldn't decide. We ran up, couldn't decide. Yep, let's go for it. Bounce us off this 100-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame. 1226 trending upward. RSI heading up as well. So keep an eye on the RSI. See if we can close above this pivot up here at the 31.469. But ultimate resistance is going to be up there at the 31.69. Sorry, that pivot was 31.469. Check me on that. And we have support down at the 30.708. For UNI, you ain't got no alibi. Let's move on to AAVE. Looking for the AAVE. Still looking. There we go. Up 2.94%. And we're on the 1 hour here, having a look at, you see the support here off this 100-day moving average, bounced off of that bad boy. And so the support is at 377.187. And looking up here at the top of that bounce at the 383.72, nowhere near the all-time high. So we are hitting a lot of these coins and tokens and such are hitting all-time highs. So you have to be careful out there, folks. And here's an advisory caution. There's a shit ton of scams going on out there. So be wary of, nobody will ever, ever, ever give away free crypto. There are such things as token swaps or things like that, but nothing comes for free, my friends. I'm sorry to break that to you. Let's move on to MKR. a USD. Up 2.10%. Got up into the sales target. Yes, I did sell up here. Took 90% of the trade off. Left 10 to ride forever. That's how I roll. So anyway, we have support here at the 2110.76 and the 2175.206. Resistance. We got the 12 and the 100-day moving across. We got the 26 and the 100-day moving across. On the 1 hour, if we can get that on the 4 hour, that would be a signal, folks, for upside potential. So usually what we do, this is not financial advice. We're just learning how to map all this out on TradingView and technical analysis. Once we hit the sales target, we regroup. So what we'll do in the morning, I'll have a whole new setup for you as we're starting to make new high and lows, swing high and swing lows. And that's how we get our Fibonacci retracements, and that's how we set all these levels. So let's move on to, I've got to talk faster. I'm getting slower and slower as I go here. Audio. NFT tokens. Bet you've heard about NFT by now. All right, let's go into the 1 hour for some more clarity on the support and resistance levels. You see, got down here, running off this 26-day, managed to buy up through the 12, now getting support off of there. 100-day lingering about here on the 1 hour time frame. So gonna move his support level up here to the 1.548. Gonna counter resistance at the 1.655 resistance for audio. USD. Let's have a look at THETA. THETA. USD. Still looking around. There we are. Double digits for THETA. Up 10.41% as we speak. Perfect execution as we got up here. Buy target. Got through all the resistance. We're on the 1 hour. Blew through the cautionary zone, we call it. Came back down. Got our shit together, and then started to get support off the congregation of all the 12 to 2600 day moving averages, and made our way up to the sales target to finish off the trade. Now we can see that the RSI is in the overbought on the 1 hour. So let's have a look at support levels and resistance for THETA. Support 7.396. Resistance, we can't get all the way up there yet. Where are we at here? 7.71. There we are. We're trying to make it through. Looks pretty promising here. We had all the moving averages. Volume is coming in for THETA. So there's your support and resistance. Resistance as 7.74884. If I didn't say it before. Let's look at ENJ. Engine. Where are you, Engine? Okay, moving slow, folks. It is St. Patrick's Day. Be careful out there. There we go. Engine not making it up. Didn't get the love as most of the other ones did, and ride up with Bitcoin's magnetic ability to send the altcoins up. So looking at here, we're right in the cautionary zone. Resistance at the 2.49, so you might as well say 2.50 psychological. And get support down here if we fall through here off that 12-day moving average at the 2.377. And ENJ USD. Well, let's shoot over to, that's all the coins I have for you tonight. If you have any others, I see some folks out there in the chat. If you want me to chart them for you, please put them in there. I'll switch over really quickly. We'll have a look at Bitcoin Dominance, BTC.D if you're charting that in TradingView. This is our line from this morning. As you can see, Bitcoin Dominance has increased up to 61.82%. Still banging away at that 1 point something trillion. I haven't looked at that. Let's have a look real quick for you. We'll get into the Brave browser. There we are. Bitcoin market cap, ranked number 1, 1,097,000,000,000. So there you are for that one. And then we'll have a look at the total market cap real quick for you. 1,764,000,000,000, moving up. So it looks like folks are switching over as we see the ebbs and flows from Bitcoin into the altcoins. So it looks like the altcoins are in favor at the moment. So keep those eyes pinned on the altcoins if you're into that kind of stuff. Otherwise, go out and enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. And folks, I appreciate you stopping by. I'd appreciate if you hit the like button if you're out there. If you're really, really cool, you would subscribe. And if you're extremely cool and appreciative, hit that notification bell. That will give you an alert, only one alert. I don't spam anybody or anything like that when I go live. So I do go live at 6:45 a.m. Central Time. That is UTC -5 and 6 p.m. Central Time in the evening. And we do these trade alerts. If something happens during the day, I try to get on there to give you alerts. So, folks, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your evening. See you in the morning.